All right, YouTube devils, how we doing? I know it's strange times. Here we are, March 18th. It was kind of middle of the day for me here in Texas. Here we'll get to. I thought that this was an appropriate time to maybe do just a brief update on Bitcoin. We'll get there in a second. Before we do, those of you that have kind of been accustomed to regular content here, I just want to remind you we are still doing that between video and live streams. There's very regular content going up, and you all have free access to it. All you have to do is just join us over here, whether you're of course you can just join for free, or not to dwell on this here, but I just want to remind you here, you can join for free. I just did a deep dive all the way down to the 5-minute on Bitcoin. So if you're interested in that content, there's no financial investment required. Now, if you are interested in the live streams, the compromise here, if you're just, we're all being dollar sensitive here. If you're not in a position to pursue the educational content, which, I mean, we're all stuck at home with nothing but our Wi-Fi. Not a bad time to be investing in your trading skills. But if you're not ready for that, or you want to kind of maybe stair step into it, social gets you access to everything, with the exception of the belt system. I said the deep dives, live streams, we're doing them more and more, and it's not just me, it's my entire team. So that's an option for you. If you just want to get the content on a regular basis, you just join us for free. Or as I said, this is the second Bitcoin video I've done. Now over here, we're going to keep things broader, or a larger picture. So I just remind you, it's $1.60 a day, right? There's in a time like this, there's value in a community. And that's what, of course, that's what we're all about over at the Trade Devils Discord. And amongst the members, there's a real camaraderie as we're all working through this that I think it's hard to replicate. So just remind you, those are options. Okay, so with all of that said, here at tradedevils.com, if you're interested, links directly below the video in the description. Okay, let's go over and take a big picture look at Bitcoin. I'm not going to go into the same detail that I did for the members here, but just a couple of things that I think are worth noting here. Now, one, I have to start by emphasizing that as is always the case, everything I'm telling you here is my opinion, right? Everybody has to act in their own interest here as to what's best for them. So if you're not in a position to be putting capital at risk, then, but this may not be the video for you, because I'm an advocate here of buying Bitcoin. As far as I'm concerned, I almost consider not doing this video. But so, I mean, right in the face of the insanity that's going on across the globe, right? When's the right time to do this? But I genuinely, and just as sincerely as I can say it, I think that this is, well, let's see, how do I want to put this? Right. So maybe the title of the video says it all. I think we are potentially, it's just could be, and again, my opinion, we are going into a period of time, and I don't know how long it's going to last, but I think we are going to divide into those that have Bitcoin and those that have not. Now, there's others that say we're going to divide into those that have guns, ammunition, and food, and those that have not. I mean, we are in uncharted waters here. I'd like to think, I think we'd all like to think that humanity's better angels are going to rule the day, but there are going to be, not everybody will share that sentiment. So if you are in a position to be accumulating and you have capital that's not absolutely money you're going to need in the near term, and we're all trying to evaluate what's near term, how long are we talking about? Nobody has any visibility. That's the problem. But as we sit here with the market, with Bitcoin now stabilizing here at the moment, right? So we've been here for several days now. We've got just insane volatility across the traditional markets. Crude down $6 today. I don't know if we're going to get a second limit in the stock indexes. I mean, just insanity. As far as I'm concerned, the S&P will not stop going down until crude stops going down. I've got a target of crude for between $6 and $8, if you want to know my view. So I don't see any end to the sell-off in equities until crude finds a bottom. And the Saudis, listen, the Saudis can pull oil out of the ground for less than $5. So yeah, it could go on for a while. Let's put it that way, right? So, okay, all of that said, so if you own some Bitcoin currently, you're already a hodler, right? You see, this is, you know, as you guys buzz through crypto Twitter, there's a lot of, you know, you really see the divide. There are those that just think the last place to put their money is Bitcoin. And again, if that's you, I don't know why you're watching my video. And then there's those that say, oh my God, I sure as hell better have some Bitcoin. Or if I already have some, when's the right time to buy some more? Because personally, I wouldn't want to go into the next 2 years without as much Bitcoin as I could possibly manage to accumulate. That's just my opinion, guys, right? I've been a Bitcoin bull through the whole move up, the whole move down, right? I've got a longer term horizon. I do think you want to make a distinction between capital that you're going to just accumulate here and not be trading, and then a percentage that you will be trading. As I went through the members, we're down at the 5 minute. There's swing trading available down here. It's not, we don't have a lack of liquidity. The exchanges are operating. I don't think there's danger of a liquidity loss. Now you could make the argument here that on the drop here, the entire system was being stressed, but we've recovered from that and seem to be stabilizing here. Just looking at the volume profile, we can see we're just hovering here. So we've got a lot of transactions happening here. And then here's our point of control for the entire, that's just visible range. So for the entire move up to the move down, look where we stop, right at the point of control. Now here I've got, you see that gold line here, that is the negative 618. So I'm taking this swing and I'm just going down, that's 1618, damn near to the tick, as a contender for the C here. So now many will look at this and say, well, sure looks like that's 1, 2, 3, 4 is going in, we must go down. And that may well be the case, although there is a count that has us finishing down here, which again, I went through the entire thing for the members over on the site. And yeah, of course, I see it, right? And so I can see how that's a contender. This is 100%. If this is the A, this is the B. That's 100% the length of the A projected from the B. So if you were looking at potential accumulation, this would be an area that you'd be looking to next if this is going to resolve lower. And I can certainly see the argument that that's the most probable path. The danger is here, you don't know when, if the muscle is going to come in here to start this to rock out of here. I'm not saying I know, right? I don't know when that's happening. I don't know if that's happening. I just know right now, you know, for me, I'd rather have Bitcoin than ammo. I'm not let's not get political, right? But I'd rather have Bitcoin than bullets. How about we say it that way? Now, everybody makes their own decision here. So again, this is not a time, if you're concerned about having the capital to be supporting yourself and your family, this is not the time to be putting that capital at risk. But if you have the risk capital, you might want to just be laying out a plan in terms of if it is, let's say we do resolve down here, can you structure a sort of a laddering sequence, if you will, of where you'd be looking to add to your position? It's not for everybody. That's what I'm doing, right? It's just every individual has to make their own choice here as to where they want to allocate capital. Right now, money is just flooding into the U.S. dollar. I mean, just look at the dollar index today. It's just a panic buy of dollars at the same time that they're just printing. Printing is the wrong way to describe it. They're just moving the decimal point over a spot or 4. So it's all just coming out of thin air. It's all just debt. It's all debt going to be passed down to generations. And so at this point, you have to say, well, does debt matter? Well, inflation and deflation are going to matter. So if that's where we're headed, again, you just look across, the believers are going to tell you that this is what Bitcoin was built for and that this is its time to shine. And the doubters, the haters are going to say, told you Bitcoin was crap. Right? That I don't even pay attention to that. So spare me the time to delete your comment if that's what you're looking for. If you want to disagree with me, I always want a healthy dialogue and disagree with the count or what I'm saying. I'm happy to engage intellectually, but just if you're just a hater looking to throw up a hate comment, we're going to delete it anyway. So save yourself the time. Okay, so there we go. So again, if you want to get a detailed count on this, just come on to the site. It's free to join it, right? It's not. As it was free to when I was posting them here. we're just keeping some control here. You guys have seen what's happening with certain YouTube accounts getting deleted. We just want to maintain that control. And then we really like the format of the live stream because it's interactive. Again, it's not just me talking. It's just I get to interact with you guys about questions, whatever you want to talk about, whatever you want to look at. So it's not formal. The point is it's informal. So we just kind of, just typically come in. We have some assets we want to look at, and then we just put it out to the group, and we record them. Right? Not everybody can watch them at the time that we're giving them, so that's always an option. So all of that available to you. But if you want the live streams, then you got to upgrade just to the social membership. You want the belt system, right? If you're in a position, if you're at home, kind of bored, and what a perfect time to study. So the belt system is we got a lot of people asking about the belt system right now. So there you go. Lots of things to talk about here. That's at least an update here that's just brief. I was a bit more dramatic to the members about what I really think is going on here. But there you go. That's at least an update on what I see happening here. Anything down here would be attractive to me. But you got get down to a 5 minutes. See if you can work out a count here that would suggest that perhaps there's an opportunity here as we come out of this zone. We're going to break one way or the other, right? It's either one or the other, right? At some point, this is going to resolve. To decide whether or not you want to risk this thing starting to run away from you. And that's not what I'm saying. It's not that I'm expecting that, but anything's possible here. One way or the other, I stay a hodler. Okay, guys, there you go. Be safe out there. Think about your neighbor and your friends and your family, and we're going to get through this together.